As soon as you enter Burbank Catholic High School, you notice a sign that states that Christ is the reason for this school. The gospel values of Jesus are the foundation not just for classroom discussion and learning, but also for clubs, activities, and athletic programs throughout the school. Central to our core belief as a Catholic school is the belief that all people are children of God. Therefore, all people, born and unborn, have a right to life. The corporal works of mercy are a key way in which the students at RBC minister to the rights and needs of all peoples. As a community school, we believe that the Catholic Church is truly universal, so our outreach to people is local, national, and global.
The right to life. RBC students strongly support the right to life and annually participate in the Right to Life March in Washington, D.C. Our first step in Works of Mercy is to protect those members of society who are most vulnerable, the unborn and infants.
Feed the hungry. For years, RBC students have responded to this work of mercy. Our Life Club runs an annual food drive and participates in Crop Walk. The National Honor Society also sponsors food drives and encourages students to share their bread with the hungry. Through our mission outreach work with Maryknoll, we have sponsored a Christmas party for children in the Altiplano of Bolivia and provide funds for lunches for children in Kenya and Cambodia.
Give drink to the thirsty. Through our food drives, parties, and sponsorship, both young and old in Monmouth County, New Orleans, Bolivia, and Kenya have been provided with water, milk, and juice.
Clothe the naked. Last year, RBC students began to sew. Students gathered to sew baby clothes for orphans and newborns, knit caps for infants, and create smocks for little girls in New Jersey, Honduras, and Kenya. Clothing has been collected to help people in our local shelters, and pajamas have been provided to help children in hospitals and those suffering from cancer. Through our mission work, we have helped missioners to provide clothing and school uniforms for children in Kenya, Tanzania, Cambodia, and Bolivia. Recently, we worked with St. James students to collect sneakers and school shoes for children in Guatemala. Last year, we even raised money to provide soccer uniforms for orphans in Cambodia, the first time these boys had ever had new clothes.
Shelter the homeless. For many years, RBC students have collected kits for the homeless that include soap, toothpaste, clothing, and gloves. Many relief kits were sent to families in Haiti following the devastating earthquake there. Recently, our students began traveling to New Orleans during Easter vacation to help build housing for residents whose properties were destroyed by Hurricane Katrina. Our students have helped to support families in Cambodia who lived in terrible housing conditions and have helped to provide shelter for families in Kenya who lost their homes to fires.
Visit the sick. Students in many different clubs and activities have demonstrated such kindness throughout the year. Students have visited people in nursing homes, children in hospitals, children with special needs, and even threw a Halloween party for disabled children. Our mission work has allowed missioners to visit AIDS patients in developing nations as well as visit the elderly in their homes.
Free the captives. At RBC, we recognize that people today are held captive by more than prison bars. Poverty, illiteracy, loneliness, and disabilities can hold people captive and prevent them from developing their full potential as children of God. We provide school supplies for children, visit people in nursing homes and children with disabilities, as well as provide storybooks and toys for children living in poverty.
Pray for the living and the dead. When we reflect upon the corporal work of mercy that asks us to bury the dead, we realize that this teaching also meant to provide comfort for the grieving as well as to pray for the dead. Through the spiritual and liturgical life of our school, we remembered the deceased in prayer. We had a beautiful liturgy to remember the victims of 9/11 who were alumni of our school or were relatives of our students. Through our masses and in classroom prayers, we remember those who have died as well as those who grieve for them. Remember, Christ is the reason for this school.